The Underground Railroad by Megan Layden. The Underground Railroad was not really a railroad. It was given the name to the way people escaped. The underground part came from the secrecy of it, and the railroad came from the way it was used to transport people. It ran from around 1810 to 1860 and was at its peak just prior to the Civil War in the 1850s. The Underground Railroad became a way for slaves to escape from bondage. It was a secret route or passageway used by the slaves in the U.S. Between 1810 and 1850, it was said that nearly 100,000 slaves escaped to the Underground Railroad. Nighttime was the best time to travel, as the chance of getting caught was slimmer. They would go to stations or depots, led by the people who would help them, called conductors. Some stations were up to 20 miles apart from one another, and traveling by foot was very risky. They also had to wait at one station for a longer period of time to make sure it was safe and ready to enter. It was a dangerous time for the slaves and conductors. The law prohibited anyone helping them escape, and if caught, they would have been hung to death. The most important conductor known was Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman was not only an ex-slave herself, but became an important person in history, helping slaves escape the Underground Railroad. Along with Tubman, two Quakers, Levi and Catherine Coffin, helped over 3,000 slaves escape people, sometimes referred to Levi as the president of the Underground Railroad. Their 8-room home in Indiana was used as a station and is now a National Historic Landmark located in Ohio. In the northern states bordering on the Ohio River, a reverse Underground Railroad appeared. Men and women of color, slaves or not, were kidnapped and hidden in homes, barns, and buildings until taken to the South and sold as slaves. Abolitionists were people who believed slavery was wrong and should be illegal, and that all slaves should be set free. In the 17th century, Quakers started the abolitionist movement. In 1780, Pennsylvania became the first state to abolish slavery. The Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 was passed in the U.S. This law stated that if the slaves were found in the free states, they were to be sent back to their owners in the South. In turn, this made it more difficult to escape the Underground Railroad, because slaves had to be transported to Canada to stop from being captured again. Many attempts to abolish slavery were made, but Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation on January 1, 1863, stated that all slaves in states in rebellion against the Union shall be thenceforward and forever free. Most slaves were freed, and slavery ended. Although Lincoln fought hard to abolish slavery, he was not himself an abolitionist, and did not believe that blacks should have the same rights as whites. Yet he believed in what he did and will be remembered in history for years and years to come. An interesting fact about the Hubbard House, which I visited in West Haven, Connecticut, although I did not get to go inside because it was privately owned, I learned that during the night the slaves traveled underground to get to this house, and then ate at the slave table for food. Also learned that inside the house, upstairs, there were secret ways and places where the slaves could sleep at night so they did not get caught. Quilt codes were used to navigate the Underground Railroad. The wagon wheel, tumbling block, and bear's paw may have contained secret messages to show the slaves the way to a free life. When they made their escapes, they memorized the quilts to guide them to safety along their journey. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my project.